I might be in love, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not all the time that I feel loved. So usually do not write about love. Well, whenever the imagination of meeting quill and parchment surfaces on the mind, my pens break and my books crumble just to show me how painful love can be. Perchance, my heart shiver in fear as my eyes get blinded with tears, telling me love is so dirty to write about. The rolling tears that seem mightier than the waters. I heard that love is blind, so I write all my poems in braille. The earth bear me witness as my heart of gold weaves, and how then will my poetic tone feel to sound knowing how endless love can be? Think not of how idle the pen can be when memories of writing visits the mind. That euphoria feeling when you fall in love is the same feeling substance abusers experience according to studies. I again heard the butterflies will go eventually, and that's okay. Behold, I dare not challenge that the feeling could be worse than the imagination of Lady Macbeth. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a love poet. Yeah, I'm elated when love arrives in the poetic tone. But if I was to wake up the next morning to write about love, my first poem, it'll be about you. It'll be about how I loved you the same way I learned how to ride a bike. Scared, but reckless with no training wheels or elbow pads, so my scars can tell a story of how I fell for you. Let the skies hear me out. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how much I'm love poet, but if I was, I would write about how I see your face in every cloud and reflection on a rainy day. In every window, I had written a million poems, hoping that somehow, maybe somewhere, it would jump out of the page and be close to me. You see, I'm not a love poet, but if I was, I would write about how you have the audacity to be beautiful, even on days when everything around you was ugly. I would write about your eyelashes and how they are like violin strings that play soothing sounds wherever you blink. If I was a love poet, I would write about how I melt in front of you like an ice every time I heard the vibration in your voice. And whenever I see your name on the caller ID, my heart plays inside of my chest. It climbs onto my ribs like monkey balls, so I feel like a child all over again and again. But sometimes, I pray that God somehow turned you back into one of my ribs, just so I would never have to spend a entire day without you. How you get into my head, squatting there in the dark, milking my hormones and kindling my emotions. See not that the voice gives testimonies to the fragrance heart of gold. You see, I'm not a love poet. Yeah, I'm not a love poet, but if I was, my first poem, it'll be about you. Hassan, the poet.